Every morning I wake up without pain, without pills, and with a peaceful heart. I am in my 90s now, and yet I still live alone. I cook my own meals, sweep my porch, and tend to my little garden. People often ask me with surprise, "How do you still manage all this at your age?" They expect me to reveal some secret supplement or magical cure. But the truth is far simpler. There is no magic, just 5 small habits I began many years ago and never gave up. I know that many of you listening may not feel the same way when you wake up. Perhaps your mornings begin with stiffness, fatigue, or that heavy fog in the mind. Maybe you reach for your coffee just to get going, or take pills before you can even start the day. Perhaps your doctor has told you, "This is just aging, learn to live with it." But from the bottom of my heart I want to tell you, that is not true. Aging does not have to mean losing your strength, your clarity, or your independence. In my 70s I struggled too. My joints ached, my energy never returned, and I faced restless nights that left me weary by morning. There were moments I wondered if I could keep living alone. But something inside me refused to accept that this was the end of my good years. I knew I deserved more than survival. What I discovered were not complicated routines or costly treatments. Instead, I found 5 simple morning practices. They cost nothing, take little time, and yet they transformed my life. One helped a friend put away her walker. Another restored my sleep. A third sharpened my mind. These are not just habits, they are lifelines. And now I want to share them with you. Before we start, I'd love to know, where are you watching from today? Just drop your state or city in the comments below. 1. The one glass of water that changed everything. Let me ask you something, my dear. How do you usually start your morning? For most of my life, my routine looked the same as many women my age. I would wake up stiff, shuffle toward the kitchen, pour myself a cup of coffee, and sit there hoping the fog in my head would clear. But the truth is that fog never really lifted. My knees ached before I even stood up, my fingers felt swollen, and sometimes I even had dizzy spells. When I mentioned this to my doctor, I was told, "That's just what happens in your 70s. But something inside me refused to believe that confusion, heaviness, and pain were the price of growing older. I wanted to know why I felt that way. So I started reading, asking questions, and paying attention to my body. What I learned shocked me. Every single night while we sleep, we lose nearly a liter of water, about 4 cups, just through breathing and skin evaporation. And what do most of us do first thing in the morning? We reach for coffee, which only dehydrates us further. It was as if I had been trying to run my car every morning without oil. No wonder my engine felt like it was sputtering. Research from Johns Hopkins confirmed my experience. Even mild dehydration in older adults can reduce brain function by up to 25%. It also worsens inflammation, making joint pain more severe, and can even accelerate brain aging. That was enough to make me change. So I began a new ritual, one I followed for almost 20 years. Each night before bed, I pour a glass of room temperature water, about 16 ounces. I add just a pinch of natural mineral salt, not table salt, but real sea salt rich in electrolytes. And when I wake up, before coffee, before breakfast, before I even speak to anyone, I drink that whole glass. It takes less than 30 seconds, but it transforms my mornings. I shared this with my neighbor Mary Lou, who at 82 struggled with headaches and faint spells. She laughed at first. Too simple to work. But she tried it. Within 3 days, her headaches were gone. A week later, she told me, "I stood up this morning without holding onto the wall." It's not magic, it's biology. Our bodies wake up thirsty. If we ignore that, they protest with fatigue and pain. But when we listen, they reward us with clarity, energy, and ease. So tonight, pour your glass of water. Add that tiny pinch of salt. Place it by your nightstand. And tomorrow morning, before anything else, drink it deeply. One small act of love, and your body will thank you. 2. Let the light in. How morning sunlight restores balance and joy. Do you remember when mornings used to feel fresh? When the sun peeked through the curtains and you felt eager to begin the day? I remember those mornings well. But somewhere in my 70s that feeling slipped away. Even though I was still getting a full night's rest, I woke up groggy, heavy, and low in spirit. I would sit with my coffee, staring out the window, watching the world wake up while I felt left behind. The turning point came from an innocent question my granddaughter asked me one morning. "Grandma, why don't you sit on the porch anymore?" Her words touched me deeply. I used to love those quiet moments outdoors, the sunlight on my face, the birdsong in the air, but I had stopped. I told myself I was too tired or too busy. What I didn't realize was that I had also stopped giving my body something essential: light. Later I learned that our bodies run on an internal clock called the circadian rhythm. This clock controls far more than just sleep. It regulates hormones, digestion, mood, immune function, and even how well the body repairs itself at night. But this rhythm must be reset every single day. And the switch that resets it is sunlight. Not the overhead lights in the kitchen, not the glow of a screen, real outdoor morning light. Research from Stanford and the University of Colorado shows that just 10 to 15 minutes of sunlight within 30 minutes of waking can increase serotonin, the feel-good chemical, by more than 40%. That same light also tells your brain to stop making melatonin, the hormone that makes you sleepy. The result is simple. You wake up naturally with energy. Even better, the serotonin you gain in the morning later converts back into melatonin at night, helping you sleep deeper and longer. One habit, two benefits. More vitality by day, better rest by night. So I made a promise to myself. Every morning within half an hour of waking, I step outside. Sometimes I take a cup of tea. Sometimes I simply breathe. I let the light touch my eyes directly. No sunglasses, no barriers, because the eyes are what signal the brain to reset. Even on cloudy days I go. If it's cold, I wrap myself in a shawl, but I still go. I shared this with my friend Dolores, who had battled insomnia for years. First she laughed. But within 5 days of morning sunlight, she called me in joy. I fell asleep at 9:30 and didn't wake until 6 o'clock. I haven't done that in a decade. My dear, our bodies know the rhythm of nature. We only need to honor it. Step outside tomorrow morning. Let the light greet you. It is not just light, it is life. 3. Just 4 minutes. The morning brain ritual that changed everything. Let me ask you something from the heart. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you went there? Or stood in the kitchen, staring at the refrigerator, unable to remember what you were looking for? I have. And when it first started happening to me, it frightened me. As women, we carry so much in our minds: birthdays, recipes, memories, responsibilities. So when little slips begin to appear more often, it feels like something precious is slipping away. I used to fear that I was losing my mind. But what I discovered in my late 70s gave me a new perspective. My brain was not failing, it was simply undernourished and underused at the wrong times. Scientists say that right after waking, the brain is in a special state called neuroplasticity. It is more open, flexible, and ready to grow. During this short window, the brain produces something wonderful called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. I like to think of it as brain fertilizer. It helps our neurons connect, repair, and even sprout new pathways. The sad part is most of us waste this gift by scrolling on our phones, watching the news, or worrying about yesterday. So I began a little ritual that takes only 4 minutes, but it has transformed my mornings. I call it my morning mind tune-up. Minute 1, simple math. Nothing complicated. Just 23 plus 18 or 5 by 7. It gently wakes up the logical side of my brain. Minute 2, recall a memory. I close my eyes and picture something vivid. My wedding day, my mother's cooking, my children's laughter. This strengthens memory pathways. Minute 3, learn 4 new words. From a book, calendar, or magazine. I say them aloud, use them in a sentence. This keeps my language sharp. Minute 4, visualize my day. I imagine myself calm, steady, joyful, moving through the day with strength and grace. This boosts focus and emotional balance. That's it. For minutes. Yet the results have been remarkable. I no longer forget names at church. I feel more confident in conversation. I begin the day with purpose instead of worry. My friend Carolyn, 88, practiced this even while recovering from hip surgery. Her doctor was amazed by her mental sharpness. She told me, even when my body felt weak, my mind felt alive. You don't need an app or fancy tools. Just a notepad, a quiet chair, and 4 minutes of love for your mind. I keep a little journal I call my morning brain garden. Each day I plant something small, and over the years it has grown into clarity and joy. So tomorrow, before the world rushes in, give yourself those 4 minutes. You are not losing your memory, you are reclaiming it 1 minute at a time. 4. Move with grace, the gentle routine that keeps me independent. I will tell you something I have learned the hard way. It is not youth that keeps us independent, it is mobility. The ability to rise from a chair without pain, to bend down and pick something up without fear, to walk across the kitchen with steady confidence. That is what true freedom looks like in old age. Many people assume that when we lose these abilities, it is simply because of age. But I know now, it is often because we stop moving in the right way. For many years, I believed that stretching was the answer. I had an old VHS tape with yoga poses from the 90s. I would bend forward to touch my toes, twist my back, roll my neck in circles. Instead of feeling better, I often felt sore afterward. At 86, I began noticing sharp pinches in my lower back. Getting up from the couch grew harder. And one morning as I tried to put on my socks, I lost my balance. That moment shook me. I thought, is this the beginning of losing my independence? That fear took me to a physical therapist who specialized in older women. What she told me changed everything. She said, the stretches you did in your 40s may actually be harming you now. Your joints hold less moisture, your tissues are less elastic, and your spine is more sensitive. You don't need to stop moving. You just need to move smarter. She taught me a gentle 7-minute routine I now call my inside-out mobility ritual. It is the reason I can still garden, kneel to pray, and carry my laundry upstairs without fear. Step 1: shoulder circles, 30 seconds. Sitting upright, arms relaxed, slowly circle your shoulders forward, then back. Step 2: seated marching, 1 minute. Lift one knee then the other like a soft march in place. Step 3: doorway chest stretch, 30 seconds. Hands at shoulder height, lean gently to open your chest. Step 4: supported squats, 1 minute. Holding a counter or chair, bend knees slightly, then return. Step 5: ankle circles, 1 minute each foot. Sitting down, lift one foot and circle it slowly, then switch. 7 minutes, no pain, no floor mats. Yet the results are profound. My joints no longer ache in the morning. I can lift my great-granddaughter without fear. Most of all, I feel steady in my own home. My friend Nancy, at 87, once relied on a walker every morning. After 2 weeks of this sequence, she no longer needed it indoors. With tears in her eyes, she told me, I feel like my body finally woke up. My dear, stiffness is not your destiny. Your body still longs to serve you. Give it 7 minutes each morning. Mobility is not about vanity, it is about dignity. Each step is a promise to yourself. I am still strong. I am still here. 5. Feed your strength, the breakfast that keeps me standing tall. Let me ask you something simple. What did you eat for breakfast this morning? Was it toast with jam, a banana, maybe just coffee? For years, that was my routine too. I believed a light breakfast was healthier. But as time went on, I noticed changes. I felt weaker, my muscles shrank, and I had less energy to do the things I loved. First, I couldn't understand why. Then I discovered one of the most important truths about aging. After 60, our muscles become resistant to growth. This is called anabolic resistance. It means that even if we eat the same foods we always did, our muscles no longer respond the same way. They need more protein and they need it at the right time. The most powerful time is within the first hour after waking. Researchers at Tufts University found that older adults who ate 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein in the morning had better grip strength, stronger balance, and slower muscle loss than those who spread protein lightly throughout the day. That study changed my life. I completely rethought breakfast. Now, instead of toast and fruit, I start my mornings with protein. Sometimes I make 2 scrambled eggs with cottage cheese and a cup of green tea. Other times, I enjoy Greek yogurt with a scoop of protein powder, berries, and walnuts. When I want something smooth, I blend a shake with almond milk, collagen, and a frozen banana. The key is giving your body at least 25 grams of protein in one meal. That concentrated boost wakes your muscles and keeps them strong. I shared this with my dear friend Viola, who is now 91. She had started struggling to carry grocery bags. Her doctor told her to exercise more. But the real problem was her breakfast: toast, fruit, and coffee with hardly any protein. She changed her routine and added eggs and yogurt every morning. Within weeks, she told me, I feel strong again. I feel like myself. One more tip. Do your gentle mobility routine before eating. Moving first increases blood flow to your muscles, making them more responsive to protein afterward. Move first, fuel second. Avoid sugary starts like muffins, cereals, or juice. They give a quick rush but leave you drained. Choose real food, real protein, and you'll notice the difference. Now, my dear friend, let me wrap this up. These 5 small habits, water, light, brain work, movement, and protein, have given me independence and joy at 94. And I believe with all my heart that you can feel strong again too. You don't need to change everything. Just your mornings. Tomorrow try one habit. Let your body surprise you. Because it is never too late to feel better, and never too old to grow.